Hi, first grade. Miss Kathy back here with antonyms, our last set of word study for this school year. You guys have done so much word study. You've learned about how to alphabetize words by putting the words in alphabetical order, looking at their first letter. And it could be a consonant, or it could be a vowel. Remember what the vowels are? A, E, I, O, U, and then sometimes Y. But we learned alphabetizing too, where you have to look at the second letter or third letter because the first letter and the second letter of the words are the same. You have to look farther in the word to be able to alphabetize it and put it in alphabetical order. You have learned rhyming words. So you had to match words that rhyme. And we've done a lot of that with our phonemic awareness. And sometimes words rhyme even though they don't, they're not spelled the same way at the end of the word. Remember that? We learned some that are spelled the same way and some that aren't spelled the same way. So then we learned synonyms. And I even sent you some worksheets to do. And then we've learned compound words where we have two different words, but when we put them together, it makes a new word, and the new word means something different than either one of the words alone. So we've done compound words, and this is our last set, antonyms. So I thought we'd just do the first set together and talk about what antonyms are. Oops, my little label fell off. And then you're going to have some papers to do that I'm sending you home. But first, when I pulled these out a minute ago, they were like in order. So I'm going to shuffle them. I'm going to see if I can shuffle them like regular cards. We've never done that. I don't know. Maybe y'all have done it when you've been laying them out and working with them. I haven't done it. I don't know. Maybe in a while. Oops, I didn't shuffle very well. Thought it might be fun. Okay. So we're going to start. So before we begin, I forgot to say this. Anti or ant, and to the Greek root ant means opposite. It means not the same. Sin, like synonyms, means the same. They might just be different. This is my right hand, this is my left hand, but they're the same. So synonyms are words that mean the same thing. Antonyms are words that mean opposite things. They mean totally different things. So not only are they different, like my cutie and my pencil, they're different, but they're not opposites. And as soon as we find one, let's take a look. Oops, I don't know if here's my antonym title. I'll put it out there. For example, let's get one that you would know. Ooh, this is a great one. What is this word? It says subtract. What's the opposite of subtract? Remember what subtract means? We take something away. When we're doing golden breed subtraction or you're doing simple fact subtraction, you're taking something away. Well, the opposite of subtract would be add. That's right. So simple. You've got it. You know this. You've done it 1,000 times. At least the concept of antonyms. So the opposite of subtract is add. So I've got to look through here and see if I can find add. Let me look through all my words. And the work that you're going to do on your papers today is it's going to have words listed, a word box. Sorry, it's across the room. It has a word box and it has a blank word box. And you're going to look through a picture or a bunch of different words at the bottom of word bank to find the word that's opposite. And it says it's kindergarten work on there. I mean, maybe you got some really smart kindergartners who can read really well, and they could do it, but I think it's appropriate for you guys. So let's see if I can find the word add. I can't find, I finally found it. So add and subtract are opposites. Okay, I've got another one. What's that word? You're right, out. What's the opposite of out? If you go out of the room, what's the opposite of that? What's the antonym of that? To come in. Okay, so I'm going to put out right here. Let's see if I can find in. In. All right, and I'm just going to stack these up here so you can read them while I'm doing this. Okay. The next one, let's see. How about cold? This is easy. The opposite of cold is hot. You've got it. And it's hot in here in the cottage school. I need to turn the air conditioner on. Hot. So cold and hot are opposites. They are antonyms. Okay, what about little? Little, opposite of little. Oh my goodness, it's so simple. Big. I hear you saying it. I can totally hear you. Oh, this is a good new word. Present. Sometimes when a teacher's calling roll, maybe when you get older, in an older grade, and you're in this class with a bunch of kids the same age, and they say, Ezra Miller, and you can say present, or you can say here. But if you're present, it means you are here. And I might say, are you present with me? Are you listening? Are you with me? Are you present? Are you paying attention? But the opposite of present, this isn't the kind of present that you give, although it could be. The opposite of present in this case is absent, right? If you're not present at school or in a class or in a meeting, you're absent. Okay. What about exit? You know what that word means? Yeah, to go out, to exit. So if maybe you've seen this word on the signs above the door, they're in a rectangle and they're red with white letters. They're the exit sign. It keeps everybody safe and lets everybody know where they can exit or go out. But if you don't want to go out, but you want to come in, what's the opposite of exit? Enter. That's exactly right. Enter. The opposite of exit is enter. The antonym of exit is enter. Okay, this is a simple one. Read the word. Down. What's the opposite of down? Up. Super simple. See, guys, if y'all were here and able to do this work, you would have it laid out in a jiffy. Write it in a jiffy. It'd be so simple. Okay. Next word is thin. What's the opposite or antonym of thin? Fat. The opposite antonym of thin is fat. All right. What happens to you? On a rainy day when you've been outside playing, you get all wet. What's the opposite of wet and what you want to be when it's cold outside and it's yucky? You want to be dry. So the antonym of wet is dry. Antonyms are opposites. What's the opposite of bottom? You don't want to be on the bottom of a dog pile or a family if everybody's wrestling and you don't want to be on the bottom. You want to be on the top. That's right. The opposite or the antonym of bottom is top. All right. Get out your pages. You can do a couple of pages today and a couple of pages Friday, or because you've watched this lesson and it's taken up some time, just do one page today and you can finish up the 3 pages Friday. They're super simple. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.